seconds remaining.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Imba TV I-League 2021. This is the grand finals match between Team Vici Gaming versus Team Aster in the base of 5 format. You're hearing me, Xyclopzz and HusKKiee as a commentator.
Dire team ban.
Hello, over there.
Turn to ban.
Alright, we are in the ban peak phase, ladies and gentlemen. And let me check. Let me check the audio. Hello, HusKKiee, you there?
Oh, hello. Yes, I'm back.
Very nice, very nice. We are in the grand finals already. And we already had the first 2 picks, man.
Yeah, just in time. I was actually in the washroom, you know.
Oh.
But just like
Yeah, nice
make it, yeah, just in time. We're here just in time, you know.
Sure.
So now I can sit myself down properly, for what's to come. But right off the bat, I'm already looking at Team Aster, with the Chan Pango, and I'm thinking to myself, this feels like a game where Team Aster is just gonna have this very fast-paced draft. You know, we've had this Chan Pango, where they kind of will show us what Vici did in Game 3 against IG. Just this whole mid-game composition that you cannot really fight into, and they just intend to take over the game from that point onwards.
Oh, you know the Team Aster yesterday playing versus Team Vici Gaming 3 game. First pick Chen all 3 game. And you know, as an Archon commentator like me, I didn't even understand why they are so stick to the Chen played by Lamb. And then first game I was kind of doubt, and in the second game I getting to understand why. And then in the third game of the series, I completely understand that this is their signature hero and one of the strongest heroes of Team Aster, because Chen, they every time they pick Chen in this tournament, they have 80% win rate.
10 seconds
This
remaining.
a secret weapon for Aster.
Yeah. And
5 seconds.
Yeah.
I feel like Chen right now is I don't feel like he is kind of the hero that like you have to ban out, right? Like, sure, if he is the star choice for Team Aster, you need to put it into consideration. But I think other than that, he's not the top priority, right? Like, you can afford to let the Chen through and focus on other facets of the draft. And in this case, I think for Vici Gaming, they have the Phoenix, which is another hero that
10 seconds
kind of does well, does decently against the Chen. Like, you can have an army of creeps, but the Fire Spirit does dampen your ability to output the damage. And most importantly, the Sun Ray is not too shabby when it comes to just shaving off the health pool of these Chen creeps. But I can see where Aster is coming from. You know, like they want this whole comp where you have this Chen, some sustain, and then you have the Pangolier, again with those levels to cause chaos. And that Phoenix kind of stops that. Right now, if you run at Vici Gaming, they just press Supernova, and you have to decide whether you want to fry the egg or do you just back off. And I think that's something that Vici Gaming probably put some thought into.
yeah. And yesterday they team up Chen with Sven. It was a really good job, Chen controlling the NC for Sven, so he can have a very smooth farm in the last 2 games of the series. For your information, in the previous match between the two, it was Aster won over Vici Gaming 2-1. But in the first game of the series, it was Vici Gaming who win the game quite easy. Then until making us thought that it's gonna be a 2 sweep series, but then Aster coming back again, 2 games in a row with Sven. And then this is a Queen of Pain and then a patch in the first game at the grand finals. What a great way to start.
Oh, that is interesting. I mean, Queen of Pain, I definitely get the idea. She's just stronger than she previously was, just because of the minor tweaks. Although looking at Vici Gaming, I
5
don't.
seconds
I feel like
remaining.
this Dragonite is probably gonna end up in the hands of 011. You know, just
Dire
put him in the
team
off lane. And now that they give themselves a Sven, so all of these insanely tanky heroes, and then you put the Phoenix Sunray, you know, it just gives them so much heal in the fight, right? So much sustain. And Team
Yeah.
Aster, they don't really have that burst damage. Sonic Wave is the only
10
source of burst
seconds
damage, but it
remaining.
is not sufficient to just completely disintegrate the Dragonite or the Sven.
5 seconds
And
remaining.
they are also target that you don't really want to just hook and dismember, because you're never gonna finish them off like 100 to 0. Not with the Phoenix and the Grimstroke around. It really just limits the target that this Pudge can target. In fact,
That is a very good point. Do you think it's gonna be better? I mean, if you still want to play a Pudge, but you switch it to last pick?
Vici Gaming's turn to ban.
I don't know. I
team back.
understand why Pudge is picked a bit more often, but I don't really think that he provides such an X factor value, right? That he's gonna change the course of the game. It's not like like the last pick Brood Mother or last pick Meeple. Pudge is just like he will always fit
10
just this very
seconds
specific
remaining.
mode. When you have a Pudge, it's all about you landing those hooks. You know, it's all about
5 seconds
getting that
remaining.
isolation with the hook
Vici
dismember.
Gaming's
And
turn
without the
to
hook,
ban.
Pudge is just Pudge. You know, you can't really do much with that. So I think that when you reveal a
Dire
Pudge, you are
team
looking for just him being able to be effective with his early roams, early gank, and just being able to pick up targets. So Vici Gaming's draft, they don't really allow the Pudge to do that. You know, you hook the Sven, he's gonna stay alive. You hook the Dragonite, he's gonna stay alive as well, because the only source of burst
10
you have is
seconds
that Sonic
remaining.
Wave from this Queen of Pain. So I'm looking at Team Aster and I'm thinking,
5 seconds remaining.
perhaps they want an Undying, but then Undying wouldn't fit in as well, because who's going to play the post 1? We've seen a post 1 Pudge from Army, from LGD, but that's pretty much it. You know, I still don't think he answers a lot of questions that Vici Gaming is posing to Aster right now.
Yeah, I agree on that. It's gonna be quite a hard game for Team Aster, as they're spending so much time for the last pick. Still, got some hope on this one if they can pull out something that good with their strat. But at the same time, I have to say, hello to everyone for
Vici
tuning in, and
Gaming's
thank you
turn
so
to
much for
pick
tuning in
back.
and supporting our channel. This is the last final match of the tournament, and
Choose your
it seems
hero.
like the last hero picked by Aster is Luna, and the last one of Vici Gaming is a Puck. We haven't seen a Puck for a while, since 7.30 hits, but this might be the proof that Puck is still in, or Puck just out.
I think Puck is still pretty okay. They definitely did hit Puck a bit. You know, your Dream Qual does not have the initial mini stun. But I think in this particular scenario, what Ori really wants to do is just to keep everyone on a leash, right? When you go up against what Vici Gaming has right now in the Supernova, the Sven with the God Strength, these heroes, they love it when their opponents are grouped together, and Puck gives that. It prevents the Queen, like White Album, from getting away, and once he gets the XSS is going to be kept in place as well. Luna, sure, you have that man fight capability, but anything that keeps you in place and let the Sven hits you is going to be great, and especially when you have the Supernova, because now in those situations you have to decide you want to hit the Supernova, because if you do so, Sven is just going to cleave you into pieces. And if Sven's weakness is he doesn't have the mobility. You know, he's gonna press BKB, he's gonna run at you and try to beat you in 2 swings of his blade. But if you cannot run away from him, he's just gonna have an easier time overall.
Man, in any way, I don't feel like it's gonna be an easy game for Aster at all. But anyway, we got into the game, ladies and gentlemen. The first one of the grand finals. Well, people saying the first one is always an experimental game, but who knows, we might get to see some fancy footwork out of the heroes and the player in this one, as I am going to introducing you guys. But before I do so, okay, for Vici Gaming on the Radiant side, Yo on Sven, 011 on Dragonite, DY on Grimstroke, and we have Ori on Puck, mid pill on the Phoenix. I'm gonna leave the Aster side for you, man.
Well, Aster, you have Monad, the Luna Lanum with its Chen, like you mentioned, XXS as the offlane Pango. Borax will be the Pudge, and last but not least, White Album on this Queen of Pain. I think 011. It's kind of it's probably
30
checking for
seconds to battle.
if you can find anyone from Aster. The good thing is, you know, they have this ward right here.
Yeah.
So they know where Borax is. Like the last thing you want to do is somehow get hooked into tower range, right? That is like a guaranteed first blood for sure. But
Yeah.
other than that, I feel like this is probably going to be a 3-to-1 distribution in terms of bounty rune, depending on whether Borax can land that hook. So obviously Vici will want to contest this, but Aster is still gonna get it. It's probably going to be a 3-to-1.
Ori getting harassed a lot, but the harder is actually White Album get hit by the first Storm Hammer. So it seems to be 2 bounty rune for each side.
Yeah, Ori, he took a bit of punishment, but he's gonna be okay. He will probably ship out like another set of Tango, or just a Salve in general. But that early poke definitely gave White Album a bit more of that lane priority, simply because now he just walks out and he screams of pain, and Ori gets pushed all the way back to the tier 1. This is gonna give White Album a bit more space, and Aster
For the first hook of the game, he landed it, and it's gonna be DY. What a sharp hook over there by Borax. Is that gonna be enough? Yes, it is. Borax with the first blood.
Oh, they're trialing this. Yeah, that's okay. I actually am fine with them trialing this. You're basically babysitting Monad. It's giving him as much resources as possible. You're taking away resources from the enemy. You give XXS that solo experience. It's gonna hit level 6 faster, and that's where you'll see Aster start moving around the map a bit more often with that Rolling Thunder.
Monad getting harassed and being thrown the Dragon Tail on half HP. It should be fine, but well, what we need to focus on is the movement of Pudge. He's just gonna teleport back to top and be trying to hook another hook in for that PYW. XSX, a chill crash on him, only few hits away. PYW still got the equal dives away.
Oh, hit level 2 off of that creep. That's lucky for
That was
PYW.
so close, yeah.
That was actually close. I don't think he would have died either way, but better be safe than sorry, for sure.
Man, that 2 hooks. Wait. Borax. I think the obstacle ward will be important more than ever for Team Vici Gaming in this game. They need to spot where Borax is. At the bottom lane, throwing the Dragon Tail on Monet. Well, talking about Monet, if we compare the position 1 player, Monet, and also Poyoyo, Poyoyo, his stats is like 4.87 KDA, while Monet has 9.32 KDA. It's just like double time from Poyoyo. Monet are just so good at killing.
Yeah. But I do understand the Luna pick at the very end, right? Because Sven is so popular right now. You want a hero that can match up Sven's farming speed. TB, PL, they're not gonna cut it. The next closest one is Luna. A hero that can flash farm despite the Glaze getting a bit of nerf.
Oh, Monet almost go down to sound. He was hit by the Dragon Tail and then follow up with the Ink Swell, cover up on 011, explode on him. He'll be fine. Poyoyo laning against XSS. Getting harassed with the shield crash. And actually XSS adding shield crash level 2. I just max it.
I'm just gonna follow Borax for like the first 5 minutes and see what kind of hooks he
Yeah.
lands. Don't think they're gonna get too much kill pressure on PYW and Poyoyo. Man, it's the Phoenix and Sven. They just don't have the damage to kill it off. The best target is the Grimstroke, but you don't want Borax to constantly be in the bottom lane and soaking up experience from Monet. So, pretty sure Borax is gonna end up like pulling the wave, giving access the lane. He's gonna start stacking some camps, and just getting hooks to annoy the crap out of the support from Vici rather than going for the kill. Because I generally don't think he can get much kills out of that. Because Vici Gaming, they have certain ways to get out of sticky situation.
Oh, that was so close. Pew. The first time that he rotate to the middle lane to see if he can do for his mid laner. But White Adam jumped away and picked up the water rune, gaining 40 HP. Bottom lane, nothing going on that much. I think it would be hard for these 4 guys to kill each other. All 11 is so tanky. And Monet are just focusing on the farm. So I'm switching to the top lane to see Pew versus Borax is over there. Seems like they are fighting for the side camps. Yep.
Yeah, I'm actually liking what Borax is doing. You know, he's basically like insta killing the big jungle creep, so that even if Vici gets the pull off, it's gonna be really, you know, the wave is not gonna be affected too much. And on the side of Aster, Lanham is doing the same. You know, he's using the Holy Persuasion on those jungle camps, and he's clearing the jungle of Vici Gaming. There's this whole idea of Aster just wanting to make sure that Vici can't get pull offs, they're taking resources at the same time, getting farm for the support. It's actually pretty genius. They're eliminating a lot of possibilities for Vici, and now Borax in the bot lane.
Yeah, that's a pretty good point that you raised about the chain, but let's take a look at this fight first. Monet is trying to get into the tree line. That's the only way out, it seems, but Borax showing up in the scene from the top lane. Slow everyone down with the rod, and that's a kill. Lamb, oh, almost go down because of the red fire. Oh, 11. No, it's not enough. Not enough, and Borax, his hook cooldown is ready. Maybe looking for another hook, maybe. Borax.
Oh man, that was unlucky for PYW. He did not know that Borax was there. I mean, Borax came in at the right time. PYW like committed with the dive, and he ran into a punch instead. And that was unlucky. And they even have the Ice Auger shield for Borax, so like you can't even trade against him. He has +7 armor. Almost 90, like he has +7 armor and 91 base attack. Like you get hooked, he's gonna beat the crap out of you. He even has an Orb of Venom.
Okay. Oh, man, the way the Borax positioning himself is so scary in the early game. But yeah, like you mentioned during the draft, that this is his timing, so you need to harvest everything out of the first 10 minutes of the game. He only landed 2 hooks.
Do you think this punch toy is scarier than like Chucky or whatever the toy name is?
Yeah, I agree with you, man. And he even scarier here at the bottom lane as 11 staying alone. But Lamb and Borax is farming in the Radiant NC so hard. Back to the top lane, XSS being forced away from the creep wave, getting harassed a lot.
He should be fine. I mean, he's taking solo experience for himself. Like we talk about how oppressive Poyoyo and PYW is going to be. Like, look at XSS. He's second in terms of network.
Oh, the first time that the gang on top. I'm sorry about that with the Sonic Wave and also the Dream Coil up. A great assist from Ori. Long
XSS
way
survives.
from mid lane, yeah.
Oh.
And man, it's actually a trade. Just went out over there. A nice,
Oh, they got 11.
yeah, nice counter at back bottom lane is 11 is so low here. Borax already land his hook, but it's just enough. Maybe they're gonna dive in a lot of the creeps and the animals.
Dire's top tower is under
Look
attack.
at this entire wave is so messed up for Vici. Like, they are forced to play in a very awkward position, right? Look at Borax, he's just waiting. Now they have XSS and he has Roaring Thunder.
I am waiting for another hook from Borax.
Oh, here we
Level
go.
2 hook, he's trying to find the angle. Perfect spot.
He sees DY.
Dire's
Swashbuckle
top tower
first,
is
see the
under
targets. DY gonna go down quite easy, but that actually draw like 4 heroes of Team Aster to the bottom lane. But it's okay if they can get a kill and a tower too.
structures are fortified.
Yeah. 11 isn't even level
Radiant's
6
bottom
yet.
tower is under
Like, he
attack.
cannot even show up. Like, Borax is trying to look for him.
Dire's top tower
And the
is under
Dragonite is
attack.
6, but PYW, you know, he's only level 4 Phoenix. They're probably gonna lose this tower. They need to do something.
11 becoming the Elder Dragon, the Green Dragon coming up from a tree line and dropping a Dream Coil on 3. They are aiming for the Luna first, but he still stands tall. He stays behind the tower. So many skills has been spammed. Nobody died, just got XSS using the Swashbuckle and trying to run away from the front line. 11 seems to be healthy, but it seems like right now Vici Gaming doesn't have enough damage to finish.
Yeah. The Dream Call. It
top
like
tower is
Borax
under
was just
attack.
waiting for the Dream Coil to end so that he can save Monet. But good move from Ori to still kill off the Luna. And
Oh,
that
yeah.
Dream Coil is definitely one of the reasons why Borax can't just simply hook someone, right? You don't want them to take the extra damage. Good response from Vici. Like they had to do something. Like if they lose that tower, Aster will start running into the jungle with this Chen punch. Like they are not gonna get anything out of that bottom side anymore. So good defense from Vici. They needed to make it happen, and they did just that. They even killed the Luna, so that is definitely a bonus.
Yeah.
A prize.
Oh, 11. And the few attempts of Aster at the bottom lane, like you mentioned, is really wasting a lot of that time and make them lost top tier 1 tower. Yo got a great time farming over there with a power trade and also just got the Mask of Madness. Seems like the farming progressed very well for Yo.
Yeah, so far so good for the Sven. Completely uninterrupted, even though, the Pangolier was keeping up. XS is now going to take the wave because Monad will start jungling. Same for Yo as well. These two heroes, they just flash farm really quickly. So they are gonna be even in terms of that net worth, in terms of how fast they farm. Now I'm kind of looking at Aster and see if they can make any moves with that with White Album.
Lanham, XSS. There'll be one more supporters coming in, which is Queen of Pain, getting closer and closer to the site. 11 will be hiding
Radiant
behind the
structures are
bottom tier 1
fortified.
tower. I think the dive will happen soon, as Ori also teleport down. 11 actually start the fight first. Kind of surprised with that. I thought he gonna get dive, but yeah, the
Wait,
rest
what?
of team of Vici Gaming is moving in. Heal.
Radiant's bottom tower
But,
is under attack.
Wait, I thought Ori TP'd in. Like, I think he cancelled his TP.
Radiant's bottom tower
I think they lose that
is
bot tier
fallen.
1.
Yeah. And that was the last minute decision making that not gonna defend on that and grouping up in the middle lane. They know that the Elder Dragon form is quite strong to the push.
Yeah, they're
One
not
thing-
gonna find Monad.
Yeah,
And
one
Monad
thing I
just TP
wanna
God.
mention about Borax is he farming up his level very well. Now level 7.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, consider he's running around all the time, and now he's oh man, ran into the whole party of team. Vici Gaming, he could have dived in a supernova right in front of the mid tier 3 tower. A White Album reply it back with a soul ring well and also double damage. And the rest of team Vici Gaming get away from this counter. Yes, they can.
Ori is dead. Yeah.
Oh no.
That is so good for Aster. I mean, Monad, like Borax ate the gank, and he did it. That was a supernova, a Dream Coil, supernova plus Dream Coil. So Borax ate the gank and he didn't die. That is a win for Aster because they killed off Ori. But at least Yo is farming. We talk about how the Sven is going to just flash farm, and get his items if he's left uninterrupted. Same can go for Monad, but I think off of that fight, it's just slightly better for Aster, even though Monad's net worth isn't as high as Yo.
So, in your vision, what is it gonna be in the next 10 minutes of the game? Are we gonna see Aster just grouping up and trying to attack more, making it more active against Team Vici Gaming, or just trying to have a passive one and get the core item for their Luna first?
I feel like Vici is probably going to be more aggressive compared to Aster. Yeah, I feel like Vici is going to be the aggressor more often because you have this Pug Dragon Knight, right? Like 11, he's going for his Blink Dagger next, is like 700 go away. Once he gets that, ideally you want to just blink stun someone, take them out and start taking objective. Whereas for Aster, they're fine, they can eat ganks. They have the Hand of God from the Chen, Lanham even has the mech ready. And he's going for the
Dire's
shard
top
next.
tower is under
So,
attack.
and Borax, he's fine dying. Like, he's a punch. Like, he's fine dying as long as he keeps that Luna alive. So, Vici, they are more pressed to do something.
Thank you for that. And
Lennon might like, I'll use the Thunder's Toy to jump uphill. And he sees everything
Yeah.
as well.
Lamb and fight. Oh my goodness, it's 15 minutes in the first game of the grand finals. And the game is quite passive. Normally in the first game of the best of 5 grand finals always started off with a chaotic. Everyone wanna throw some experimental strategy onto each other, but this one, they're playing it quite careful.
The question is, how long does Lennon... Okay, never mind. I was about to ask how long does Lennon plan to stay up there, but he came down. He's going to take the saddle away as well. And he's going to farm the Radiant jungle, right? He saw 011 leave, so he's like, alright, this jungle is mine again. DY does spot him, but they can't really catch onto him.
Already got 10. Pangolier, 3-man smoking, aiming for 011, jumping in first, slowing me all down with the shield crash and all that stuff. Sonic Wave, Roaring Thunder, 011 still there and hit another Rolling Thunder on him. 011 not gonna go down that easily. They invested too much in just one Dragon Eye. The White Album getting countered and dying, stuck in a Dream Coil though. And his teammates, Pangolier is running for life. Yeah. Good trade?
I don't know. I feel like
Scanning.
I think for Aster it is a good trade.
That's exactly.
Yeah, sure they lost the Queen of Pain, they lost White Album, but that was 4 ultimates from Vici. So yeah, we saw the power of what Vici can do, right? They Grimstroke, they bind you, they Dream Coil, and then you are gonna end up eating like the Supernova, and this fan's gonna hit you. But realistically, in that previous fight, we saw Ghost Strain being used, Dream Coil, Supernova, and they got White Album, but that's pretty much it. Now you have 4 ultimates down on the side of Vici. Aster, the ultimates are on very low cooldown, except for Sonic Wave, which has like a 2-minute cooldown. But XSS, his Rolling Thunder is going to come back up in 3 seconds. So they cannot pressure the tower by bringing in Lanham, and there's nothing Vici can do about it.
Yeah, and Chen is keep pushing your towers so hard with all the Hellbear Smashers and yeah, many creeps in the NC. 6-3 game score already. Seems like Aster got a pretty good grip in the first 15 minutes of the game, so I'm going to show you guys some graph. VG ahead in terms of gold earn. It's pretty much the same level for the level earn. And Borax using Dismember on a core and a prime target of Team Vici Gaming. That was a mistake by Ori.
I just walked up and dismember Ori. I mean, we like there's like a less than 1,000 net worth for Vici, but that net worth is all in Poyoyo. So effectively, Aster actually has a bit more net worth compared to Vici. The only difference is that the Luna is like 900 gold behind the Sven. If not, they are both gonna be on even ground. And in fact, now they've taken over in terms of net worth after the kill onto Ori. It's not a lot, but if you put it into perspective, like I generally would prefer Aster's total net worth compared to Vici, just because they have this Luna draft, and they are not they are not stressed out to make big things happen. Whereas for Vici, like every second that passes that they couldn't get a good team fight off, they would slowly kind of fall behind Aster.
Yeah, you are talking about the risk management. I mean, yeah, most of the network of Team Vici Gaming are on Sven, so a lot of pressures on Sven's shoulder, and if one guy making a mistake, like getting kited or got caught first, and the rest cannot fight at all because the networks are not catching up with the other side, where they have a better money distribution.
Yeah, and they wanted to go for this smoke because 011 just got his Blink Dag. So ideally you want to get a pick off, but of course that smoke fails. So now they will have to reset, like unless they go for secondary smoke. But now it looks like it's almost impossible because Monet is farming in the Radiant jungle. They haven't seen him under that ward just yet. So Aster know which is safe. In fact, Aster are gonna smoke up, and they are the one who is gonna look for a fight.
Well, a classic question: Sven or Luna in late game?
I kind of prefer Luna a bit more over
Ooh,
Sven.
that's interesting. Wait. Oh, okay. I almost breaks out. He could die, but he's just like me, moving into the circle. Just like me and my ex. He could have dived away and got back at the same place.
Did it really happen, Cyclops?
Yeah.
You got me worried a bit.
Oh, okay. Nope, nope.
Yeah. Thank God, I guess.
All right.
Well, thankfully, White Album got the Orchid off, so PYW can't like cancel the Icarus dive.
Radiant's
That's gonna be tier 1
tower
top.
is under attack.
Yeah,
Nothing,
definitely.
nothing that Vici can do. In fact, like they have a good team fight call, but it's hard to pull off against Aster. There's just so many things you do. This is like Aster bringing not just the entire family, they're bringing the family's pet as well.
Yeah, true. Well, Vici trying to reply with a mid tier 1 tower. Yeah, quite important tower for them as well. They can get this one, they're gonna be more comfortable in the middle lane. Can do more smokes inside of the dire NC and also through the triangle. But what a
think the Rage
passive
is
game
super
we
good.
have in the first one of the grand finals.
Yeah, I think it's just like we previously discussed, right? Oh, Borax. He's
Yeah.
already.
Yeah, ran into a puck. But hey,
he's
the
dead.
support's coming in quite fast. It's by Album.
Jeez, it is
Yeah.
so hard. Oh my goodness, the puck just melted.
Yeah.
That's the second time that they found Ori, and again the vision game is immaculate from the side of Aster. In fact, look at Lanham. He's sending his entire army into the Radiant jungle.
Yeah.
Look at this.
It's just like he's playing. Oh my. The way that he do the micro control is actually one of the best in the game, and I believe that we're gonna see a lot of his Chen in the TI-10 as well. They are taking control of the map, and right now Aster is looking to get the first edges of the game.
They're smoked up, but wonder, but they have no vision of the triangle. At least not yet, so they're not gonna find anything. Let's not sure what this smoke was. This smoke is slightly weird because like they saw O11 in the bottom jungle, but they don't see anyone else. So you can kind of deduce that okay, Vici Gaming, they are probably in the triangle, but they have no vision in the triangle, and you don't want anyone who is smoked up at that time to just walk up high ground. They will get destroyed by the Sven +1. So Aster probably just trying a luck, not finding anything. White Album does have a fresh BKB, so perhaps Aster will look to make a move once more with it. But even if they don't, it is completely fine. And we talked about this. Vici, they are more pressed to make something happen compared to Team Aster. I see, they're smoked up.
Yeah, it's just like they are playing against Time Bomb, and right now Poyoyo is not going to stand all the bomb, going straight for that lamb. And actually, it was Inkswell who killed it.
Yep, there's DD room for Poyoyo as well.
Yeah, lamb is out. Rolling Thunder. Kind of surprised that Aster decided to just go in. But that is the assist to help Borax do a long range hook, and he got that DY. XSS Rolling Thunder is out.
Oh, he has the shard.
Yeah.
This dream core is wasted.
Chill crash, however, but he ran out of the spells. But when you run out of everything, a hook from the sky save you. Turn on the BKB and a Sonic Wave for the play by Aster. Next one gonna be PYW. Oh, using the Supernova, trying to buy some time though. And that's gonna be a kill, double kill for White Album. Turn on the BKB for Poyoyo. He's trying to fight with the 3-4 guys plus Roshan, so he's just BKB and then teleport away from the Roshan pit.
Borax, what a genius. Borax, like, they had it all planned. XSS, he has that Blink Dagger. He's, like we say early on, right? Like, even though the lane feels really oppressive with the Sven Phoenix, XSS, he doesn't care, you know. He's second in net worth at that point of time. You know, he has solo experience, so he's getting everything that he needs. Comes back with a dagger and a hood, and he even has the shard. Like, he basically, you know, won that fight for Aster. Starts off by Rolling Thunder, you know, he knocks out DY. Borax follows up with the hook. They kill DY off. Now without the Grimstroke, you can't tie Aster together. And when Ori Dreamcall, he just presses you know, roll up, and then he's out.
That roll up is really annoying spells. Plus you gotta deal with the patch that can hook and save people from the back line too.
My friend
It's
rewarded.
not an easy game at all. Even though we take a look at the team Vici Gaming Hero, it's kind of hard, kind of easy to execute stuff with the Dragon Eye jumping in, Dragon Tail. It's pretty straightforward and looks to be quite easy game to play. But dealing with all these weird heroes from Team Aster like Shen and also a Putt it's another level. Now let's take a look at this one. Jumping in, okay. Oh, Queen of Pain this time goes around, but the Borax trying to do the same old trick by using the hook, long range safe on the Queen of Pain. Not gonna happen this time. Well, we got give the credit to the one who's jumping in. The way that he landing in, he also thought about the saving hook too.
That was a good try from Borax. So slightly better for Vici just because they got the mid tier 2. But Aster is smoked up. There is still Supernova and Dream Qual, but there's no more God String. So Aster, they might be thinking to take this fight.
Roaring Thunder from long range. Woo! Look at that Roaring Thunder on 2. Wow! Swashbuckler as well. All 11 need to use the BKB just to get away, but they lost Ori.
Oh, so well coordinated. I mean, the puck didn't even get to phase shift. They straight up died. And you know, Aster getting again, Ori just not having the game that he wants. He's 1 and 5 on this puck. Now he's 5th in net worth. So this puck is not going to be as effective as you want it to be. And you can see that Ori, he's queuing up the axe. He knows how important this Agnes Scepter is just to keep this Pangolier in place. If you cannot keep the Pangolier in place, he's just gonna roll around. He will disrupt your backline. You know, like he can just perma stun you with the roll up. And so this is a tough position for Ori to be in. And also, like, there's the Orchid for him to worry about. That's why he has to use Scepter. But here, if you use yourself up and Exercise puts himself underneath you, you're still gonna get knocked out regardless. Which is why the Agnes Scepter is so important. It also helps keep Aster in place when they press the BKB, just so Poyoyo can hit them.
Alright, let's take a look at this one. A very, very important fight. Knocking on the Team Vici Gaming door for the first time. Using the Rolling Thunder just to see inside the base what they have, and then got away. Stays at the triangle. Teleport down to the bomb lane. Monet pushing the creep wave.
Oh. Well, thankfully Ori didn't get hit. Like, if he dies again, Aster will start to force high ground, for sure. Like, Ori can't afford to buy back in this situation. Like, he didn't even have buyback. Like, if he died just now, it's gonna be a 4v5 for Aster. Like, Aster would just straight up try to run through that tier 3 or force out the glyph. So that's a silver lining for Vici Gaming. But if we just look at net worth alone, I always say that Aster, this 1k net worth league doesn't really justify the overall impact that it has. I think Aster probably has, 3,000 effective net worth compared to 1k. This number doesn't paint the whole picture.
That's true. Alright, showing you guys right here is the score board update and also the level and the items. Ooh, Monet need to make use of that Aegis, so he's calling out his teammate trying to push the mid tier 2 while the rest of Team Vici Gaming is going to trade with the top tier 2.
Oh, fortification. Yeah, they're probably gonna end up trading the towers. There's a blast rig on Poyoyo. Probably could give it to 011. 011 has a dragon skill. So blast rig, yeah, not sure who you want to give it to. I think 011 probably would be the best guy to take it. He has the halberd recipe, but he hasn't gotten the full item yet. Now Aster, they can challenge high ground. There's no glyph for Vici.
Alright, and also got the vision ready with the Observer Wards. This is not looking good for Team Vici Gaming. They might lose in the first mid tier 3 tower. Monet coming back in once again, waiting for the next wave. That 011 jumping out. He was silent immediately by White Alabama. Monet walking up again. And the tower goes down. Let's see if they want to push more.
Once the ink swell is used, Aster just comfortably walks back up, right? They have the Chen, they have of course Borax. Like in that situation, if Vici Dream Calls, Monet is just gonna BKB or Borax will just hook him out. Like there's no way they can commit to it. So Aster, they know their limits even without the Aegis. They just went high ground simply because Vici Gaming glyph their wave. just to take the top tier 2. If you
Dire
are
are
Aster, that is worth it, but Vici, they're looking for White Album, and he's out.
Wow, what a game read by Team Aster. They use the scan and they know that Team Vici Gaming is going to use the smoke out of the base, and the scan just found them. What an anticipation by Team Aster.
I think Vici Gaming used like what 3-4 smokes, and none of those smokes have been impactful. I think the best one they got was like the gang onto Borax, but Borax didn't even die. Like they killed White Album early on without a smoke. So far for Vici Gaming, they are not hitting the timings that they want to, right? Like they want 011, like this Dragonite Blink Dagger is that golden timing. You want to run around and just use that item advantage to push your lead. But Aster has dodged every single one of that, and now they are smoked up.
Yep. Smoking up, stays
Dire's
behind the
bottom
mid.
tower is under
That
attack.
carries Monet.
Radiant are scanning.
What a surprise. This is actually the first time that I see a Sven game and he's not on the top network. Monet, as a Luna, is about to hit his level 22 with the Black King Bar, Ballfly, Sentient Yacha, and Dragonlance. So ready for the fight.
And well, and because of the butterfly now, Poyo is gonna find it even harder to kill Monet, right? Sen is not a hero that traditionally buys a BKB. He's even going to go for the Skadi.
MKB, right?
Oh, MKB. Yeah, my bad. MKB. The Monkey King bar. So like Sven is not a hero that traditionally buys that item, which is why Monet, he's like he knows this. Like he goes for the butterfly. He's probably gonna go for the satanic next. Like if you want to man fight the Sven, Monet happily just stands there and fights Poyo any day.
Are they? How are we gonna fix and solve these equations if we are Team Vici Gaming? Push out, trying to catch them off guard. We kill the first 2 kills real quick by Sven Cleave, and then just try to outnumber them the rest.
That's probably like that's like the most streamlined way. Like, right? This whole draft is just like to catch people, and then the late game is just that huge big team fight. You leash everyone with the Dream Core, you let the Sven beat them to death, and you let the Supernova go off. But the thing is, like who do you want to catch? You probably would kill off Lennon, like but he's just gonna buy back. Lennon and Borax are the 2 easiest target to kill. But if you go on them and they don't die, Aster is just gonna end up winning the fight. So I think for Vici, it's just getting that good initiation off with that God Strength. Like you say, you blow someone up and just win with the enormous advantage. They are trying to go for Monet. Monet, he's in a very dangerous position, but there's no ink sword.
Alright, it's actually Monet who initiates on them. He's not even afraid now. He's man fight against Dragonite, being shot by the Sunray as well. And turn out the BKB for Queen of Pains right from the sideway using the Sonic Wave. Not affect that much. White Album need to retreat just a little bit. If Peel goes down first. Seems to be a good fight, but hey! The core hero White Album getting slashed down by Sven. What a good way to fight the core. And 11 still looking pretty healthy. Attack on Monet, even though he doesn't have that much damage, but he could slow Monet. And it's not comfortable, not so comfy for him, Monet. And as I said, getting slashed up by Sven, shooting on the Sunray. And heal and dealing the damage at the same time. And next thing we know, that is a Supernova. It seems to be a team wipe for the first time in this game. And it's Vici Gaming coming back to the game.
Oh, just so well done from Vici Gaming. I thought Aster had a good fighting chance, but White Album Sonic Wave goes wide. A Poyo with the Silver Edge completely caught White Album off guard. Like the main damage from Aster just comes from Luna. Right? Like Luna, if Monet can't put out the damage, no one can put out the damage. And in that situation, through all of that sustain, there was nothing much that Monet can do. Even if like Borax saved him 2 times. He has the Satanic and BKB, and he was not able to kill anyone simply because how that fight went down. Aster will really spread apart, so it's hard for Monet to go on to anyone without feeling that he is at risk. Vici Gaming, they were just isolating targets from Aster. And it started with White Album, and then they went on to Lanham and Borax, and then finally XXS. So just a good fight from Vici Gaming.
And that is the let's take a look at the graph. It used to be on Aster sideboard, Golden and Experience, and it just skyrocketed to Vici Gaming. My goodness, just one more team fight lost like that for Team Aster. That's pretty much it.
That was a buyback from PYW, because he got he got killed off before he could use the supernova, so he bought back to the fight, which is super worth it. But now XSS, he has the refresher orb. It's going to double rolling thunder, just to like create chaos in the fight. You just want to roll around, like you juke the Sven, you keep bumping him left and right, just create space. Now for Aster, it is all about Monet. It's all about creating space for this Luna so that she can dish out the damage. And if Luna goes down, Aster straight up just loses the fight. And we're starting to see the strength of Vici Gaming's composition in team fights, and not just that, but also how hard it is to kill them. Aster has so many ways to save their core, but it's never going to be enough because they don't have that burst to go through the Sven nor the Dragon Knight. There's no 100 to 0 formula. It's all about sustained fight.
Yo. Civilization trying to find a target, and right now he and his teammates already take control of the dire NC.
Oh no, Monet, he's in danger.
Oh, not looking good. Monet gonna get harassed first. Jumping in, video stun, but can definitely solve that. Monet, he turned the BKB and trying to drain the HP back. All the backliners are doing a very good job as well. They're keeping them in place. And look at that Sven. Sven fighting toe-to-toe against Luna. Who's gonna win? He changed the target. He's trying to get that fight element first. And Luna falls. No buyback. Hot ball back into the game. Lam M gonna be the next one. Man, it seems like Sven and the rest are just strong. Too strong for them, for Team Aster.
And
oh no.
That is what we've been talking about. Dream Quarrel, you put the soul bind. Look at Poyoyo. He didn't even need to move. Like, his targets were just chained up in front of him, and all he had to do was just right click. He just the easiest job in the game. Just right click, just beat the crap out of whoever was linked by that soul bind or the Dream Quarrel. Double Stormhammer as well to end the day. It is like there's nothing Aster can do but to man fight. But Poyoyo just cleaves through everyone. Even through the Satanic, there was nothing Monet can do because Poyoyo just got himself discarded. So that kind of really dampens the effect of the Satanic. Borax wasn't remotely close to save Monet, even with the shard, even with the shard effect to consume, like to I don't know what you call it, to keep Monet in his belly. He was not in a position to save him. Like, he had to walk up, and when he walked up, he got leashed, and Poyoyo just did the rest of the work.
That is also the worst place for Team Aster to fight as well. It's such a small alley. And jumping in, and can they kill it? Nice, hook it back, my Borax. Alright.
This is starting to get scary. Vici Gaming, 14k goal advantage. Team Aster now, we're 37 minutes in. Now, even though I choose the Luna over the Sven, I think I still stand by that. But to be very fair, there are a lot more boxes that Aster needs to take right now. Borax is gonna die.
Oh no, Borax definitely gonna die. Right there, but hey, that might be a bait. Borax is still hanging on though. Sven need to pump the BKB just to stand all the damage, and he's dropping quite low as well. Trying to change HP back, but in the end, he got a double kill out of that, and no buyback from Aster players. Sonic Wave comes up, but it's just not enough to kill anyone. Bite Element is still trying. Coming back again for Sven, but he has the edges, so it's full HP, full mana. All 11 is still trying to hold the front line, and Eagles dives in. And no, White Adam die in a small corner. Next one gonna be Monet getting overwhelmed by all of the Vici Gaming players, forcing them to call a GG. Vici Gaming takes the lead in the grand finals with an ultra kill for Ori.
That was all that mid lane fight where Monet just walks, like, shows himself. Vici Gaming engaged, and Vici Gaming stuck together as a team, whereas Aster split apart. Those isolated pickoffs really gave Vici Gaming the edge, and everything after that was just. And then the second part that kind of put the nail in the coffin for Aster was Monet getting caught out, and Borax was not there to save him. I think those two fights combined just gave Vici Gaming the ticket to win the game. Yeah. So props to Vici. I honestly felt like Aster had a decent chance if that mid fight was handled slightly better.
Yeah, and it was Team Aster who started that fight first. The one that they lost, the first big battle that they lost in the middle lane. They sent a Monet in. I kind of surprised with that, but they are quite confident with the status of Mon at that time. But anyway, that is crazy interesting. The first game of the series with still long way to go. Potentially we might have 4 more games to watch. And all right, that is it for the first game. Vici Gaming 1-0. We're gonna take a break for a few minutes. I think 5 to 10 minutes. And we will be back for game number 2, guys. Stay tuned.